Blessings. Happy Saturday. We made it, y'all. We made it to another day. God woke us up this morning to see another day. You need to give God all the praises. You hear me? Happy Sabbath to you. God gave us breath to see another day. Yes, He did. He did. This is Minister Lewis, and I want to thank each and every one of you who took that time to push that play button to hear my encouraging words, encouraging Saturdays. I'm hoping that my words are encouraging. I'll be praying before I get on this video, y'all. I'm like, Lord, give me the words to say to touch people's hearts through you. You know, this is not even about me. This is bigger than me, so I thank y'all for taking the time to push this button. Once again, my name is Minister Lewis, and you are tuning in to the Never2Late Ministries. Yes, you are, and I thank you for coming on this platform. And let me tell you what Never2Late Ministries is about. Never2Late Ministries is about, I don't care how old you are. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what man say. I don't care what social media say. I don't care what nobody say. But what did God say? It's never too late to go for your visions, your dreams, your talents, your goals. Whatever God put within you, do it. You hear me? Do it. It's a reason why God put that talent within you. There's a reason why God put them goals, them dreams, them visions within you. Do not ignore nothing that God have put within you. Do it. I don't care if you're 99 years old, if you still got your hands, your eyes, whatever, and He put something in you, do it. And He gave you breath. Do it. You never know who life you can change. Because there are somebody out here watching you. They may not say nothing, but somebody out here is watching you. So whatever God put in you, do it. I challenge you today. I challenge you, whatever God put within you, whatever talents He put in you, whatever gifts, dreams, visions He put in within you, start today. Let's not go to our graves with all these different talents. There are so many talented dead people in the grave because they refuse to do what God had put within them. So I'm encouraging you, do it today. I don't care what it is. As long as if the talent was from God, just do it. Amen. Amen. Today I want to talk, Lord, I pray, Jesus, I need your help on this. Today I want to talk about love, the word love, and what it means, and how things have changed. Love just not the same. People use the word love very loosely. People say they love you and don't even mean it. There's so many stories behind this word love. And it's just me personally, the reason why I want to talk about this word love, because me as a person, I'm recently divorced and I'm getting back into the dating scene. But I know, it done changed from back then. It done really changed from back then. Back then when I was younger, people took love seriously. Love felt so good back then. Love, people, when they loved you, they showed it. Love just felt so good back then. I used to love being in love back, and I would love to be in love now, but it's almost impossible, y'all. it is almost impossible because for some reason women and men are not in the same, I don't know, they're not aligned same. Their meaning and a perspective of love is totally different now. So we for some reason we can't get on the same page about love. And finding love and being in love is so difficult now. What happened? What happened? You know, it's so many damaged men and so many damaged women out here in this world. It's to the point that they don't want to deal with love. You know, women in their past and men past to sit there and damage them to the point, you know what, they think all women are the same, and we're not. Women are so damaged because they've been damaged by men, and it gets to the point that we don't even want to date no more. It gets to the point that we'll do bad by ourselves, and now when it gets to the point we as women want to be alone and not deal with all the craziness that goes on in these relationships, this unnecessary mess that we go through. Now they want to call us masculine. We're acting too much like men. And that's not the case, because there are a lot of women like myself would love to have a Boaz, would love to have a good man to lead us. We are, as women, are tired of doing everything. It is exhausting. And I'm saying this from my own experience. I've been holding it down ever since I had my first child at 15 years old. So just imagine how tired I am. And I still have that hope, knowing that there's a good man out there for me that would love me like Christ loved the church and lead me the right way. I'm willing. Take the baton, baby. I'm willing. But you got to treat me right. I'm not going to give the baton to anybody. Because you know what? There are some men that don't know the difference between leading a woman and controlling a woman. Leading a woman, you lead her the right way. You lead her you lead her the right way. You nurture her, you protect her, you guide her, you teach her, you do all the positive things that help that woman grow. You don't beat her down. You don't talk bad about her. You don't cheat on her with other women to lower her self-esteem. You don't do that type of stuff. So how are you going to have a good woman if you're not helping her to be a good woman? How you want her to be your peace when you beating her down? It just flowed out. I'm sorry, but that's what I want to talk about love. First of all, I want to talk about 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 and 8. And this love right here is God's love. This is the love of God. It said, love is patient and kind, never jealous, boastful, proud, or rude. Love is not selfish or quick-tempered. It doesn't keep record of wrong that others do. Love rejoices in the truth, but not in evil. Love is always supportive, loyal, hopeful, and trusting. Love never fails. I just feel that, and this is my opinion. This is my opinion. And because like I said, I'm having issues as well when it comes down to love. You know, I had 2 failed marriages, and I'm still learning. I'm still learning. Never did I said I was perfect, but I tried. I tried my best to be the best wife as I could be to 2 men who didn't build me up. Just put it like that. Who didn't build me up. So, you know, I'm learning. So if you have any comments that also teach me about love and what I need to do, I would love to take it in. I would love to take it in. Yes, love, that love. I think that's a perfect love. And I'm not saying that we can't find it here, but right now it is so hard to find that type of love. I mean, that type of love in First Corinthians is right now is just so hard. I would love to have that love. God built me to be a wife. He didn't make me to be some side chick or somebody's girlfriend. I am so much better. I know what I deserve, and I know what I could give when it comes down to love. So when I say about that scripture, I just feel like that's the love that God gives. That's a perfect love. It's hot. That's a perfect love. Yeah. But also, I also want to say this is about marriages. I'm gonna shoot out a few different scriptures, and it said, therefore a man, this is Genesis chapter 2 verses 24, and it said, therefore a man shall leave his father and his mother and hold fast to his wife, and they should become one flesh. So when you marry your wife, when you marry your husband, you leave your mother, father, your mother and father, you leave home, and you become one. You become one with your spouse, with your wife or your husband. Y'all become one. You are that rib that man was missing, and it makes y'all complete. And lately it's been a lot of how can I say, a lot of divorces, and a lot of people allowing other people to interfere in their marriages and to break you apart, and a lot of women not allowing their man to lead, and and a lot of men that's controlling and hurting women the way that they do. So we're not in alignment for some reason. We're not. We're I don't know what it is. Okay, and I'm also going to Ephesians 5:25, and it said, husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church, and he gave himself up for her. Once again, husbands, you must love your wives as Christ loved the church. And that's a love that surpasses everything, But if you don't love yourself, how can you love that wife like Christ loved the church and gave himself up for the church? How can you love yourself? How can you even want to be in a relationship and call yourself loving a wife when you don't love yourself? That's where a lot of things go wrong. When you jump in a relationship, you need to be fixed. You need to be fixed. You need to love yourself. Because if you love yourself and you got a wife and you love yourself, you wouldn't allow yourself to put your wife through all the things, you know what I'm saying? All the hurtful things. So don't get into a relationship when you think you can love this wife and you're damaged. Or you think this woman can fix you. No. You got to love you. So if you are damaged, you don't jump in no relationship. You need to start building yourself up. and start learning and loving yourself, so you could be prepared to lead this woman the way that she needs to be led. You know, Christ loved himself. God is love. He is pure love. So he's going to treat us and he's going to love us. He ain't going to never leave us nor forsake us. He's going to protect us. He's going to cover us. So if you men are damaged and angry, how are you going to be able to lead your wife? How are you going to be able to love your wife? That doesn't make sense. Okay? Now, I'm going down to Ephesians, and this is women. I'm going down to Ephesians chapter 5, verses 33. It said, let the wife see that she respects her husband. Meaning, when you respect your husband, you notice him, you regard him, you honor him, you prefer him, and esteem him. It means value his opinions, admiring his wisdom and his character, appreciating his commitment to you, and considering his needs and values. Women, we are the husband helpmate, okay? So we are here to help. We are here to build. We are not here to sit here and to talk mess and talk about I don't need you and blah 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 and lower them. You know, men have feelings too. Believe that. It might not seem like it all the time, but men have feelings. So just like a man's supposed to build and protect you and lead you the right way, you're supposed to be his peace. You're supposed to build him. You're supposed to push his confidence up. You're supposed to encourage him. You're supposed to listen to him. You're supposed to protect him in prayer. Cover him. While he's out there doing his work to provide for his family, you're supposed to be doing what you're supposed to do as a wife, meaning praying and protecting him, covering him. You're supposed to cover him with prayer. When he come home, I'm not saying you being a housewife or whatever. Both of y'all could work or whatever the case may be, but you got to build them. How's your day? How's your day at work? Oh, was it hard? Tell me about it. Allow me to be an ear. You know, let me rub your back. Here's your meal. If you're not ready to be in something like that, to serve your husband, you don't need to be a wife. You don't need to be a wife. You know, we are so unbalanced with each other. We are so unbalanced with each other. You know, a woman, he got to respect me, and a man, she this and that, act like she don't need no man. You know what? It's just, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I'm asking God to lead me in this what I'm talking about. First of all, men, if you want a woman to be submissive to you, and you want a woman to be your peace, you got to, Lord have mercy, you got to set a peaceful atmosphere. You hear me? It don't go one way. It goes both ways. You have to set the atmosphere of peace. You got to build her. You got to let her know, baby, I appreciate you and I thank you. Do you know how many good women that you know that is out there that's just would love that? They're not expecting diamond rings. They're not expecting, brand new cars. There are some gold digging women out there like that. They are. It seems to me they have daddy issues and stuff like that. But there are women out here who's willing to allow the man to lead. Take the torch, please. But you got to build her as well. If you knew how you built a woman and made her feel good, do you know you will have a superwoman? You hear me? A loyal woman for life. You will have a loyal woman for life that will have your back to the end. You hear me? If you treat her and nourish her and love her, she's not asking for the finer things. That don't matter. If she got a man that loves her, protects her, treat her like treat her like the queen that she should be, baby, she will be with you to the end of the world. You hear me? She will be with you. So if you want peace, men, if you want peace, if you want that woman to bring you peace, you got to set the peaceful atmosphere. I mean, it's just so hard. It is so hard now. I mean, it's so many broken people. It's so many damaged people who never took the time to heal. They never took the time to get to know God and tell God to heal them, to spend that time with God for God could work into you and build you. A lot of women and men do, once they break up into a break up out of a toxic relationship, they'll go on to another, and then they'll jump into another toxic relationship and go on to, and it's a cycle, and it's a pattern. And then here we are in our 40s and 50s, single. We would rather be single because we don't want to deal with the mess that we allowed ourselves to go into. You know, it's so many of us single women, black women out here would rather be alone because of our brokenness, or because of the tired cycle that we've been through over and over and over. We give our all to the wrong men. There are men who would rather be alone or just play the same game because they go through that same cycle over and over and over again, to the point like there's no good women out there. And there are. I remember, man, back in the day, love. That love was beautiful. I used to love being in love. But that type of love now, it seems like it's so hard to find. My problem is I can't even get out the car. I end up talking to someone. It seemed like the chemistry is great. But my problem, I just can't get out the conversation. I can't go further than the conversation, due to the fact of what I feel that what I deserve. And what I deserve is not a lot. You know, what I ask for out of a man, and I feel what it's not a lot, I can't get. And what I ask for out of a man is, I'm talking about in the dating, show me that you are interested in me. You know, I would love a good morning call. I would love a good morning text. Let me know that you are interested in me. I would love to say, here, how's your day? Get to know me before you want to lay me in your bed. Get to know my goals. Talk to me. Let me know that you are interested in me. Don't let me go out there and do all the work when I'm sitting here texting you good morning every morning, and that's the only time you respond. But you're telling me you're interested, but you're not showing me. How hard is that? Just let me know. Talk to me. You know, I can't get that. Now it get to the point, these men, I'm not saying all men. Now it get to the point, these men are, well, you know, I don't want to call you too much. Call me too much. By you calling me every day, every other day, was letting me know, it's making me feel good, make me feel excited that I want, you know, that you want me, and I'm excited. I can't wait to, you know, I can't wait to be on that next level with you. Let me know. Build me up. That's where it starts at. Build me up so I could be the woman that you need me to be. You know, it's just so unaligned. And then here we allow social media to live our life. We allow social media to determine our marriage. The devil's plan to tear up everybody's marriages. What happened? Why are we allowing fake social media? I think it's the belly of the beast to break up so many marriages. There's marriages that people have been together 25 and 30 years, but out of nowhere they decide to break up. What? Isn't this what God ordained? Why are you allowing social media to tear your relationship up? Yes, you're gonna go through trials and tribulations. Marriages, yeah. Never say that a marriage is perfect. A marriage is one of the hardest things to ever be into. A marriage is one of the hardest things to be into. But we got to allow our love, our respect, God. We allow them three things to slip away. God, love, and respect. We allow temptations. We allow money. We allow other things to tear us apart. You know, so many of us are broken due to the fact that we allow the flesh to determine who we be with. And then it don't work out. And we allow this cycle to go over and over and over. Instead of allowing God to determine who He wants us to be with, we allow the flesh, because what we see on the outside, and we ignore what we see on the inside. We ignore the red flags. So here we go over and over again with the same cycle. We're allowing the flesh to determine who we fall in love with. And then here we are damaged. When we could have prevented this a long time ago. When we could be patient and allow God to find our woman and our man. Everything's just messed up. You know, everything is just messed up. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. You know, I believe love would change a lot of things. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is peaceful. Love don't envy. Love don't boast. I mean, but we're allowing the fleshly things tear love apart. We're allowing social media, we're allowing other people to come into our relationships to tear us apart. We don't sit here and we don't communicate. We don't sit here and we don't work this mess out. We don't take the time to put the work in to build a relationship no more. Y'all, God said it's not good for man to be alone. But the devil is allowing doing things to keep man alone, because that's when they know man is weak. Man need. I'm not saying they physically weak, but a woman is their rib. He needs that one. It's not good for man to be alone. So the devil is doing everything that he possibly can to keep man alone. So that's the way the devil could get the man good. You know, get him, constantly get him, and break him down. What can we do to bring that beautiful love like back in the days? What can we do stop being tired and will accept being alone and dying alone without your husband or your wife by your side when you're sick? I mean, what can we do? First, we need to heal ourselves. We need to ask God to, you need to build a relationship with God. We can't live this world without God. We can't. We can't. I don't care why you're atheist or whatever. You can't live this world without God. You got to build a relationship with God. You got to start building a relationship with yourself and start loving yourself. Okay? Start loving yourself. We got to sit there and wait on God to bring us that beautiful man or woman that He feels is fit for us. We got to bring that love, because once we have that love, you just don't know how powerful we are as people. Two come together as one. I would love to be in love again. Because like I said, I know what I could bring in the relationship. And I'm not talking about financially. I could bring financially too, but I could bring so much more. I could, you know what? I will build my king to make him feel like he is Superman, baby. You know, and I'm so ready for that. You just don't know. I love building my king. I love building. I'm just waiting on God, whenever He's ready to build my man, for me. I'm so ready. I love it. I love being a wife. I love loving a man. I do. Regardless of how wrong some of them did, that was the flesh. I allowed the flesh to show me, to bring me that food, But I'm waiting patiently. And when He finally say, here's your man, I'm going to treat that gift right. You hear me? I'm going to build that gift. I'm praying for him, covering him. I mean, you hear me? Whoever you are, baby, you got a good one. Whoever you are, you got a good one. You hear me? But that's what I got to say about love. The ones that still together, I commend you. I love you to death. I love you. Keep fighting to keep that relationship together, because y'all need each other. Keep fighting and keep putting God in the midst of it. Not social media, not not nothing else, not people. Just let God be that third string in your life, in your marriage. That's all. I done spent like 30-something minutes of your time, talking about love and relationships and, things of that sort. So I don't want to take too much of your time. I love you. This is Minister Lewis. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you so much for taking the time to push that button. I'll let you know, clothing line coming soon. Clothing line coming real soon, so please be patient with me. A lot of other things like my podcast and other things is coming, so please be patient with me. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Many blessings to you.